not as short, it's gonna end.
Hummingbird. Don't address me. I'm not ready to be addressed today. I'm not ready. Okay? Hi, Barbara.
Alright, so this is Unrated Ebony and my name is Ebony. You just heard Ceilings by the Local Natives. But before I get into them, I want to talk about what my show is. So my show is called Unrated Ebony, and what I talk about is music that's underground music and unappreciated art such as film, televisions, and plays. I feel like that it's getting shorter and shorter the more I explain it, right?
Yeah.
And who is this talking next to me?
Barbara. Hi, everyone.
Hi, Barbara. How are you doing today?
Good.
She was here with me last Tuesday, and now she's here with me again. I guess you like it that much.
Yes.
Okay, so Local Natives was previously known as Cavill at Rest. It is an indie rock band from Silver Lake, Los Angeles, California. Their debut album, Gorilla Manor, was first released in the UK in November 2009, later in the US in February 2010. The album received mostly positive reviews and debuted in the Billboard 200 and number 3 in the New Artist chart. Their sound has been described as Afro-pop influenced guitars with hyperactive drumming and hooky 3-part harmonies.
Wow.
Yeah. The band consists Taylor Rice as guitarist, vocals, and bass, Kelsey Ayer, vocals, keyboard, percussions, guitar, Ryan, I think I wrote Han, guitar, keyboards, mandolin, vocals. What's a mandolin? I feel like that's a fish.
Sounds like a fish.
Matt Frazier with drums, and Nick Ewing with the bass. He's actually pretty recent. He joined their band in 2012 till now. The old bass guitarist was Andy Ham, and he left in 2011. Their most recent album they came out with in 2013, which was last year. It's called Hummingbird, and that's the album I'm going to be playing from today. And that's what you're listening to. Once again, the song you just heard was Ceilings, and the band is called Local Natives. I feel like the intro was so short because
No, it is very detailed.
no, like what the show is and everything. I feel like it was so short because I feel like I say it so many times.
No.
Well, yeah. Well, the next song you're gonna listen to is "Breakers" by the Local Natives, and that's actually my favorite song by them.
Let's hear it.
Let's hear it. All right, let's hear it. Okay, guys, I'm so sorry that my friend Courtney, who is actually filming with my phone right now, my camera was apparently dead, but battery-wise, so I'm using that. Barbara, Courtney's behind, and Ebony. I'm sorry, Courtney.
It's fine.
You look like you're chilling.
I'm chilling.
You're chilling.
I'm ready to take a nap.
Bruh.
Local natives. Where are they from here?
I'm from California.
Let me see.
Make sure it's
Let me see.
For my words to catch like I'm trying to strike a match that's soaking wet, see through skull,
That's my book.
see through
And this is a camera woman for today.
leave all the lights on. Can't see out, but they see it. Stare down my hole, watching color drift
Samsung Galaxy S3. You know Google Play, and they give free music. If you have a Samsung, you actually get free music every day from Google Play. And their song Breakers was free for me. So I heard it, liked it, bought their album.
That's cool.
They're really good.
Yeah, they are.
From California, that's where all the people are.
I know. And it's interesting that they released their album in the UK before they did it in the US.
They were like, forget you.
Yeah.
Forget you. We're gonna go to the UK. We're gonna be there. Come back. That's what Jimi Hendrix did. Jimi Hendrix actually became extremely famous in the UK, then came to the United States. He was from the United States, but he decided to do music in the UK.
Yeah, I think music is much more appreciated over there.
Yeah. Especially like grunge, or like punk. Okay, and we're back. So you just heard Breakers by the Local Natives, and that is the, I guess, the artist of the day. Now we're gonna get into the, what do you call it? The filmography part of this show. So today I'm gonna do a show. I think the last time I did a show, a television show.
Yes,
I'm not sure. I'm not gonna go through the list because like right now I'm gonna talk about a Boy. So About a Boy is an American single camera television sitcom developed by Jason Katims that premiered mid-season on February 22nd, 2014. It followed the 2014 Winter Olympics on NBC. It is a second adaptation based on the 1998 novel About a Boy by Nick Hornby, preceded by the 2002 theatrical film, which you saw.
Yeah.
The series stars David Walton, Minnie Driver, and Benjamin Stockham. Hold on. But yeah, so you said that you saw the show.
Yeah, the show. I mean, the movie. I saw the movie.
Oh, yeah,
the movie was great. It made me. It was very, very emotional.
Was it really?
Yeah.
I don't know, because I watched the show now. It's the show, like, that's what I'm talking about a Boy. It's actually really funny. It's about this guy, Will Freeman, who lives like a charmed existence.
Yeah.
He used to be a songwriter. Like, he wrote this awesome song that everyone liked, and then like after he wrote it, he kind of just like gets money for it, and like he just sits back and relaxes, just does nothing. So
holy shit!
So he,
a lot of money.
Yeah, so he literally like just sits at home and chills and does nothing, and he gets like compensation money for like every single time the song plays, and because he wrote it and he like played it like with his ex band, like he just gets money. But like, so like the story is just pretty much about this woman and her son who like move next door into another house, but the house is conjoint, but like you later find that out in the series. But it's so funny because like this kid, he's so like out there, and he's just like, oh, I love this guy, he's so awesome, let me like ruin his life and make him become like a responsible adult.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because like he doesn't do it intentionally, but like throughout the show he just basically like consistently says like, oh, you're my dad, and he's like, what? I'm not your dad. And he's like, no, but you are. He's like, you're kind of like a father figure. Yeah. And he's like, you and my mom hang out a lot, and he's like, we don't like each other, go away, kid. Yeah. It's so funny because they grow this weird relationship between like neighbor and like 10-year-old kid. It's just so weird, but it's like, and like this kid is so smart, but like in the show, because he's so smart and so weird, like kids his own age don't like him, but like people that are like older, like 20, like 23 and older, they just like, oh, I love this kid, he's so awesome, he's so different.
Kind of like the movie. Yeah.
It's kind of like, yeah, I never saw the movie, but I think I should watch it. I didn't even know it was a book until like I researched it for this show. I was like, whoa, it's a book? I didn't know that.
I mean, books are being turned into movies.
Well, yeah, that's
everywhere.
Every single day you see like another movie. You're like, oh, I read that book one time. Turns out it's based on a book. And you're like, oh, well then, okay. It has interesting. I think all TV shows have this. Like they have multiple directors, or like even like movie series. But one of the directors that helped direct it basically was Michael Weaver, and it was produced by Mark J. Kenneth and Colleen McGinnis. But it was also helped produced by Robert De Niro. So that's actually pretty cool. Do you know who Robert De Niro is? You don't know who Robert De Niro is?
No, I'm sorry.
She doesn't know who Robert De Niro is.
What is this?
What?
Well,
She lives under a rock.
You live under a rock.
probably. I'm sorry.
You don't know who Robert De Niro is?
No, I mean, what does he look like?
He was in Meet the Parents.
Yeah, he was in Meet the Parents. He was in Meet the Fockers.
Yeah.
Oh, he's the guy with the big nose?
Bruh.
Like, is he that guy with the big nose?
He was in Hide and Seek.
Yeah, he was in Hide and Seek with Dakota Fanning.
Okay, wait. Is he the Meet the Fockers, the son?
That's Ben Stiller.
Okay, then I don't know who
He
he
played
is.
the father.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. All right, yeah, I know who he is.
Oh my god. Yeah, oh my gosh.
I know who he is. I'm sorry.
Wow. Yep, so we're gonna go into another song by local natives. The next song is called 3 Months. Once again, it's by the local natives. Bruh. There's no cursing on here.
I curse all the time. I'm so sorry.
Do we get in trouble?
No, they're just gonna be like, bruh.
Yeah, I won't curse anymore, but I'm sorry.
Like,
Anyway, I didn't know who he was.
yeah.
Wow.
I think it's because we're also
I didn't know his
laughing too
name.
loud.
Everyone knows his name. He's so old now.
She doesn't know who Robert De Niro is. Robert De Niro, if you're watching this,
Well,
I'm
now-
sorry.
Now she does.
Now you know.
She just
Yeah.
didn't know your name, mister.
This song is
Hi,
depressing.
sir.
What else was he? Wasn't he in like some gangster? I know he was in another movie where he was like a casino owner or something.
Oh, he was also in The Godfather.
He was? I knew
He
he
was-
was in some gangster movie.
He was in it. No, it might have been Goodfellas.
Some gangster movie.
It might have been Goodfellas.
I don't want to get you in trouble because I
No, let me talk. I'll talk to him afterwards.
Is he giving you the evil eye?
Nah, he was just like, I think he was doing this like it was too loud because we were laughing. Because you didn't know who Robert De Niro was.
Bruh.
Also, it might have been too loud because I had it like all the way up here, and I saw like it was going red a lot.
What does that mean?
It's too loud.
Oh, shit.
What is the time on it?
15 minutes.
We've only been doing this for 15 minutes.
That creepy stalker face.
What song are we listening to? 3 Months by the local natives.
She should play Riptide.
We should. Let's do it.
Down to the Riptide, taking it away to the dark side. I wanna be your left-hand man.
That's a good song.
The video's
I'm
crazy.
lazy. Wait, who else are you doing, Courtney?
What?
Who else are you doing for your other bands?
How do you delete? Oh, never mind.
Huh? What happened?
You hear it. The
Click.
thing. It's like, and I'm like, what? It's almost done. got like 2 minutes for this song. Yo, this song's long.
Having thought this was your last
That's so weird.
Oh, look what I did.
Oh, that's cool. Look.
Yeah, it's just a
Decoration.
Because you messed up on the original. How do you break it?
I don't know what happened. It was like, it wasn't going all the way down. So I lifted it up and that little piece came out. So I was like, oh, it usually comes out. So I tried to put it back in and then the whole thing just came out.
Too much? Too much?
You make good music. I like it.
No? Too much?
You're having a seizure. Okay, we put some Riptide on here. Barbara was doing that.
Do you feel like people will appreciate the music? Because like I know some people are into alternative
Yeah.
and indie rock.
I like indie rock.
I like all types of music. And I know a lot of people who like all types of music.
Oh my god, I heard. How much
You
room?
hurt yourself.
Oh, that was too loud. Okay, so you just heard 3 Months by Local Natives. Should I continue to like keep saying local, like the band?
Yeah.
name? Okay, because I feel like I say it a lot. All right, so now we're gonna be talking about opera. Oh, too much?
No.
Okay. So the opera that I'm going to be talking about, it's actually called Porgy and Bess. Now the last, your face looks so like what? So Porgy and Bess is an opera first performed in 1935 with music by George Gershwin, libretto by Dubose Hayward, and lyrics by Dubose Hayward and Ira Gershwin. I first saw this opera during the summer. I actually saw it with the Princeton Festival, which was in Princeton. So yeah, I saw it because my mom was actually performing in the opera herself. So I decided to like be nice and go see it, and also because she got me a free ticket to go. And I'd never seen an opera before in my life, so I was like, oh, I'll go. So yeah, it's written like for the roles of African Americans. It depicts their life in this fictitious catfish role. Like it takes place in Charleston, South Carolina in the early 1920s, 1930s. It was originally conceived by George Gershwin as an American folk opera. Porgy and Bess premiered in New York in the fall of 1935 and featured an entire cast of classically trained African American singers. It was a daring artistic choice at the time because, at that time we were all like, no black people.
Yeah.
So it was pretty different. It was like really different to like have African Americans on stage and to actually have a show just full of African Americans. Gershwin chose the African American musician Eva Jesse as the choral director for the opera. Gershwin explained why he called Porgy and Bess a folk opera in a 1935 New York Times article, and he said that Porgy and Bess is a folk tale. Its people naturally would sing folk music. When I first began work in the music, I decided against the use of original folk material because I wanted the music to be all of one piece. Therefore, I wrote my own spirituals and folk songs. But they are still folk music, and therefore, being in operatic form, Porgy and Bess becomes a folk opera. So I think that the opera itself was just phenomenal. I actually cried. I was explaining earlier to Barbara what the opera was about, like kind of in like a modern way. It was very vulgar, of course, because I thought exactly, I said exactly how I felt about Bessie. Bess. I said Bessie. Oh, get my Bessie out there. But no, Bess. So, the cast included. These are the main characters in the opera. Porgy, who was a disabled beggar, was played by Richard Todd Payne. Bess, who actually played Crown's girl or wife, was played by Janiyah Burnett. Crown, who was a tough stevedore, I don't know what that word is, but let's just say that he was someone that was like a crackhead. Crown, he was played by Michael Redding. Serena, who was Robin's wife, was played by Raina Cargill. Sportin' Life, who was actually the drug dealer, was played by Robert Mack. Jake, who was a fisherman, was played by Kenneth Overton. And Clara, who played Jake's wife, who was a fisherman, was played by Brandy Sutton. I cannot see any of these words. I need to put glasses on. And Maria, who was played the cook shopkeeper, was played by Jeanette Blakely. See, that I read correctly. But yeah. So all these people are, of course, African Americans. And I don't know, I really loved it because, one, it was just full of black people playing all these roles. And it was very different because they're, like, it wasn't that it justified, like black people or African Americans. It justified them in a way where, like, they showed their talent, but at the same, but like story wise, no, it didn't justify anything.
Extreme characters.
Yeah. But I really liked it because Porgy, who was a beggar, he lived on his own, and he helped Bess, who was like addicted to this drug called dust.
Yeah.
White dust, or I forgot what it's called, but it was just like this dust. It was basically cocaine. She was addicted to it.
Oh.
And Sportin' Life was the one who was selling it. And Crown, who was her boyfriend at the time, was also like addicted to it. So Porgy actually took care of her. She got Bess cleaned up her act and her ways. She loved Porgy. They lived together, and it was all nice. And then Sportin' Life came back and told Bess, said, hey, I can take you to New York. We can live a better life there. You can have all the magic dust. That's what it's called, magic dust. You can have all the magic dust to yourself. And because she was such a prostitute, I guess, because that's exactly what he wanted her to go to New York for.
Yeah.
It wasn't for, like, singing. It was just to, give her body, like...
Mm-hmm. Make money out of it.
Yeah. So it's... But it was such a good play. I could tell you this, when she did leave, which... Sorry, that's a spoiler alert.
Mm-hmm.
When she left Porgy at the end, I actually cried because he said that he doesn't care. He's gonna go get Bess.
That is mean.
And she's gone. Like she probably left like 2 days before and like 2 days later when he gets out of jail because he kills Crown, her boyfriend, because he was like trying to hurt her and like force her to go to New York. But like he like went after her, so he left his home to go to New York, someplace he doesn't know anything about, to find some woman that's probably like sleeping with a bunch of men, probably gonna die from using too much drugs or like drug overdose. So it was just really sad. So I cried, and I told my mom when the show was over, I was like, she was like, how did you like it? I said, well, I had cried my pants off, which is funny because I was wearing a dress, so I don't know how I cried my pants off. But yeah, so it was such a good play. The performers were amazing. The music was beautiful. There were so many arias in the opera. One of the known ones is Summertime. It's the best known selection from Porgy and Bess. And there's other arias that are included in this opera, which is It Ain't Necessarily So, and Bess, You Is My Woman Now.
Oh.
You remember this is in Charleston, South Carolina.
Sounds vicious.
I know, possessive.
And then there's the other one is I Loves You, Porgy, and I Got Plenty of Nuttin'. So yeah.
Good.
Yeah, but but it's so good because like the songs, I know he said that it's a folk opera, but like it like mixes folk music with American jazz. So it's just really amazing. So I love it. So if you guys ever hear Porgy and Bess out there, which you probably won't, which is pretty sad because it's a really good show. Or I know that you can also like watch it on Amazon. And you can also like if you're really into like operas. I know like a lot like you're in drama. You're here for drama, so you probably like go ahead and just find somewhere to watch it.
Yeah.
Knowing you.
YouTube, anywhere.
Yeah, go on YouTube. I think that's how my mom, because my mom was like auditioning, like trying to practice for it. She actually like went on YouTube to like look at some of the shows and like see how to like sing it. But yeah, my mom's such a good singer. I love her. But yeah, so that's Porgy and Bess. So we're gonna go ahead and listen to some more local natives. The next song you'll be hearing is Black Balloons. Black Balloon? Yeah, okay.
Black Balloon.
Talk about afterwards.
I clicked on the wrong link.
Alright, so I accidentally clicked on the wrong song. We're listening to Woolly Mammoth, not Black Balloons. But I'll let the people know, like, afterwards, that we're not listening to Black Balloons. So you guys, the camera kind of cut off at the end of it because of storage space-wise on my phone. Once again, I'm really sorry that I didn't charge my camera last night and these two are just smiling. You guys are weird, basically.
We love you.
This is Courtney and I'm Barbara.
Yeah. So the last song, what you just missed is basically me just going over what the show is, which is Unrated Ebony. I'm just talking about, I'm just talking about what my show is. Basically what you hear in the intro. So I'm not gonna go over it only because I don't want to make this too long. But I hope you like the show. Next time I'll make sure to charge my camera. Okay. And this is Local Natives. You can find them on Facebook, Twitter, and SoundCloud. They're spelled LOCALNATIVES. And the song you hear right now is You and I. So, yeah. But yeah. I guess we can end it there.
Yeah.
Alright. Peace. Courtney?